Hello, folks. Today we're diving into green productivity assessment, our gateway to enhancing sustainability while boosting operational efficiency. Together, we'll explore how balancing productivity with environmental impact not only conserves resources, but also drives economic performance. Let's get started on this journey towards a more sustainable future. To kick things off, let's break down green productivity. It's about finding that sweet spot between boosting productivity and minimizing environmental impact. Think of it as a smarter way to use resources while cutting down on harmful effects. With environmental risks on the rise, businesses are now seeing green growth as not just an obligation, but an opportunity, beneficial for both the planet and business. In essence, green productivity blends productivity strategies with sustainability principles, striking a perfect balance for economic and ecological goals. Let's dive deeper into how this is achieved. As we move forward, let's talk about measuring impacts in a hierarchical system. We analyze how each element contributes to both productivity and environmental impact. Productivity measures help us evaluate resource usage, including energy, materials, and labor. On the flip side, environmental impact measures focus on effects like emissions, waste, and resource depletion. By using specific indicators, we can effectively assess the performance of each element, paving the way for informed decision-making. Let's see how this shapes our approach to sustainability. Now, let's talk about the purpose behind green productivity. First up is enhancing resource efficiency. This means optimizing resources like energy, water, and raw materials to cut down on waste and costs. Next, we have reducing environmental impacts, which involves adopting practices to lower emissions and pollution while conserving natural resources. Finally, there's the drive for economic performance and competitive advantage. By boosting resource efficiency and reducing waste, organizations can streamline costs and improve product quality, gaining an edge in the marketplace. Plus, this approach aligns with social responsibility and meets stakeholder expectations for sustainability. It's all about creating a win-win scenario, better for business and better for the planet. Let's continue our journey into how this happens. Let's delve into the core principles of green productivity, starting with continuous improvement. This is all about ongoing innovation and the adoption of sustainable practices to ensure perpetual growth and development. Next, resource optimization focuses on reducing waste while maximizing the utility of resources, ensuring every bit is used effectively. The circular economy principle encourages reuse and recycling, aiming to create closed-loop systems that minimize resource input and waste. Finally, pollution prevention targets reducing harmful emissions and improving the overall environmental footprint. By emphasizing these principles, we're setting the stage for a more sustainable future. Let's explore how these are put into practice. Now let's explore the objectives of green productivity assessment. First, meeting compliance and environmental, social, and governance goals is key. By aligning with regulatory requirements, businesses not only lower costs, but also improve long-term financial performance. Next, fostering sustainable practices means embedding eco-friendly strategies across all business stages, from sourcing to manufacturing and waste management. Developing conservation strategies focuses on creating practical solutions to streamline energy and raw material usage throughout operations. Lastly, identifying inefficiencies involves pinpointing areas where resources are underutilized or wasted. By addressing these gaps, we enhance both productivity and sustainability. Let's see how we apply this in our assessments. Now let's delve into the methodology of green productivity assessment. It all starts with data collection, gathering essential information on resource use and environmental impact. Next, we conduct a gap analysis to identify areas where performance falls short of sustainability goals. We then move to the evaluation framework, where strategies are crafted to address these gaps using structured approaches like the Analytic Hierarchy Process. Implementation is crucial. Here, we apply recommended changes and improvements across processes and practices. Finally, monitoring and reporting ensure that progress is tracked and adjustments are made as needed, promoting transparency and continuous improvement in sustainability practices. This comprehensive approach drives effective and lasting results. Let's talk about the Analytic Hierarchy Process, or AHP, crafted by Satie. It's a powerful decision-making tool used to pinpoint the best alternative by weighing various criteria. Through a hierarchical structure and pairwise comparisons, AHP evaluates and prioritizes options based on factors like cost, impact, and feasibility. This ensures that decisions consider all critical aspects, leading to the most informed and effective outcomes. AHP is central to driving green productivity by helping organizations make sustainable choices that align with both economic and environmental goals. Let's break down the evaluation criteria and prioritizing alternatives using AHP. We start with the survey phase, where important criteria are listed and evaluated. In the analysis phase, pairwise comparisons are conducted. This helps us find the weight for each characteristic, both at higher and lower criteria levels, to understand their relative importance. Finally, in the priority phase, we normalize these values and use the weights to rank and order alternatives. This structured approach ensures decisions are balanced and well-informed, aligning with our sustainability objectives. Let's go through the steps in an AHP evaluation. It all starts by defining the goal. What do we want to achieve? Next, we identify the criteria that will impact our decision. Then, in the pairwise comparison step, we evaluate how each criterion stacks up against the others. After that, we compute weights to understand the importance of each criterion. Finally, with all this in place, we select initiatives that best align with our goal. This process ensures we make decisions that are both strategic and sustainable. Let's talk about the progress of an analytic hierarchy process evaluation. First, defining the problem, goals, and alternatives is crucial. This involves a deep understanding and clear articulation of objectives through research, data collection, and team brainstorming. Next, identify and structure the hierarchical evaluation criteria. Here, we build a hierarchy by organizing the criteria that will be used to assess the alternatives. This step is about extracting key factors and arranging them logically. Finally, conduct pairwise comparisons for each criterion using a 7-point scale to evaluate their relative importance. These comparisons help quantify priorities, ensuring consistency and clarity in decision-making. This structured approach is central to achieving effective and sustainable outcomes. Here, we're diving into our first trial of the pairwise comparison. This matrix helps us determine the relative importance of each factor. On one side, we have environment, productivity, and social contribution, while across the top, their relationships to each other are analyzed. Each criterion is ranked from very strongly to weakly, comparing whether A is more important than B or vice versa, with the number 7 representing the strongest importance. This structured evaluation process helps us identify which criteria are prioritized, guiding us towards well-informed decisions in our pursuit of green productivity. Now, let's look at our second trial of the pairwise comparison. Here, we're focusing on revenue, labor, material, energy, and water. These elements are evaluated against each other using a 7-point scale. On the left, we have criteria like revenue, and across the top, we see how each compares in terms of priority. A score of 7 indicates strong importance, while lower numbers indicate lesser importance. This matrix allows us to refine our understanding of what truly drives productivity and sustainability. By analyzing these priorities, we can fine-tune our strategies for optimal results. Let's explore the evaluation framework for green productivity. We begin with dimensions, which are the broad categories that define key areas of focus, such as environmental sustainability and productivity. Next, we have aspects, which break these dimensions into specific components. For example, environmental sustainability could encompass pollution reduction and resource management. Finally, we have criteria, the measurable items within each aspect. These are the smallest units of evaluation that help us assess performance accurately, like criteria for pollution reduction or energy usage. Together, these elements provide a comprehensive structure to evaluate and enhance our sustainability practices effectively. Here's an overview of the Green Productivity Framework. At its core, it focuses on environmental sustainability, enhancing productivity, and social contribution. Environmental sustainability includes aspects like dematerialization, looking at natural resource consumption, and detoxification, which evaluates emissions and waste. Enhancing productivity covers decarbonization, focusing on greenhouse gas emissions, and general productivity, which examines factors like labor and revenue growth. Lastly, social contribution involves green education and community stakeholder engagement, ensuring sustainability extends beyond the business into the community. This framework ensures every aspect of productivity and sustainability is interconnected and evaluated comprehensively for impactful outcomes. Let's dive into the survey results for environmental sustainability. Starting with dematerialization, we focus on the percentage of natural resources used, whether renewable or non-renewable, and water consumption. It also considers recycled materials and waste reduction. Next, detoxification examines air emissions, such as sulfur oxides and particulate matter, and the volume of hazardous materials managed. Finally, in decarbonization, we look at greenhouse gas emissions and the use of renewable energy. These criteria offer a comprehensive snapshot of how well our operations align with environmental sustainability goals, guiding us to improve and innovate. Let's explore the survey results for productivity and social contribution. Within enhancing productivity, general productivity is assessed by revenue growth, labor productivity, and greenhouse gas productivity, focusing on dollars per ton of carbon dioxide equivalent. Environmental productivity looks at material and energy productivity, as well as water productivity. These measure efficiency in using resources to generate revenue. For sustainable innovation and social contribution, we consider stakeholders' quality of life and innovative practices. This includes both the tangible and intangible contributions to society and green patents. These criteria reflect a balanced approach that marries economic performance with societal and environmental impacts. Now, we're looking at the priority of overall dimensions. Our total respondents have ranked environmental sustainability as priority 1, highlighting its critical importance. Next, enhancing productivity takes the second spot, focusing on improving efficiency and output. Lastly, sustainable innovation and social contribution are ranked as priority 3, emphasizing the value of innovation and societal impact. This ranking reflects how organizations balance these dimensions to achieve green productivity, ensuring resources are allocated appropriately to align with these priorities. Here, we examine the priority of environmental sustainability. Among the total respondents, dematerialization has been ranked as priority 1, indicating a strong focus on reducing resource use. Detoxification follows as priority 2, which highlights the importance of minimizing emissions and waste. Finally, decarbonization is priority 3, underscoring the need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. These rankings guide us in targeting efforts where they are most impactful for sustainable development. Let's look at the priority of enhancing productivity. Among the total respondents, general productivity is ranked as priority 1, highlighting its vital role in driving economic performance. Environmental productivity comes in as priority 2, emphasizing its importance in using resources efficiently to boost output. The weights in the criteria ranking reflect the emphasis placed on each area, guiding strategic decisions to achieve both economic and environmental goals. Here we explore the relative importance and order by criteria. In environmental sustainability, detoxification takes precedence, with air quality and water quality as key focuses. For productivity, labor productivity leads, followed by energy and water productivity. These are crucial for enhancing economic efficiency. In social contribution, societal investment holds the highest priority, reflecting its importance in stakeholder engagement. These rankings provide a strategic view, helping to prioritize actions that align with overarching sustainability and productivity goals. This bar chart reveals the relative importance of first-tier criteria. Environmental sustainability stands out with a weight of 0.550, emphasizing its critical role in our overall strategy. Productivity follows with a weight of 0.246, underlining its significance in driving economic success. Finally, social contribution is close behind at 0.204, highlighting its impact on community and stakeholder relationships. These insights help prioritize efforts, ensuring resources and strategies are aligned with these essential criteria. Here, we see the relative importance of all criteria in a detailed bar chart. Air quality leads with a weight of 0.133, followed by reclaimed water at 0.111. These indicate their top priority in environmental sustainability. Next, labor productivity, energy productivity, and water quality also show significant importance, reflecting their role in enhancing productivity and protecting resources. The varied importance across criteria helps us fine-tune strategies, ensuring each area receives attention proportional to its impact on overall sustainability and performance. Let's delve into the evaluation criteria and definitions. For environmental sustainability, under dematerialization, we assess raw material use and renewable energy efficiency. Reclaimed water usage is also critical. Detoxification examines air quality, water quality, and waste management. In productivity, general productivity looks at labor, energy, and material productivity, each tied to economic value creation. Social contribution involves social investment and corporate social responsibility measured by indices like green labels and customer channels. These criteria offer a comprehensive framework to evaluate and improve sustainable practices across all facets. Let's take a closer look at the key performance indicators for environmental sustainability. Under dematerialization, we measure total raw material consumption and recycled material. For renewable energy, the focus is on the percentage of energy sourced from renewables compared to total energy consumption. Reclaimed water tracks total versus recycled water usage. For detoxification, we examine air quality indicators like sulfur oxides and nitrogen oxides, along with emissions and hazardous waste management. These KPIs provide the metrics needed to accurately assess and improve our environmental performance. Now, let's focus on key performance indicators for productivity. Labor productivity is calculated by dividing value added by total employees, reflecting efficiency per worker. Energy productivity measures value added per unit of energy consumed using kilowatt hours per year. Water productivity looks at value added relative to water consumption measured in cubic meters per year. Material productivity evaluates value added per ton of material consumed. These KPIs are essential for gauging how effectively resources are utilized to generate economic value. Let's examine the key performance indicators for social contribution. For social investment, we evaluate the amount of money invested annually and the resources dedicated to community services. Safety focuses on the number of industrial incidents and safety measures implemented. Green label and certification track current numbers of certifications, indicating environmental responsibility. Customer and consumer metrics include service channels and the number of complaints, reflecting customer satisfaction and engagement. These KPIs are vital for assessing social impact and business responsibility. Let's explore the benefits of green productivity. Economically, it leads to lower costs by efficiently using energy, water, and materials. Increased profitability follows from optimizing waste management and resource use. Environmentally, it helps reduce our carbon footprint, lowers water consumption, and minimizes waste through better efficiency and recycling practices. Socially, it strengthens stakeholder trust and boosts workforce satisfaction by promoting sustainable work environments. Strategically, it contributes to sustainable development goals and ensures long-term growth by aligning business practices with sustainability. Let's discuss overcoming challenges in green productivity implementation. First, we utilize the analytical hierarchy process to streamline complex decisions, optimizing them using criteria like cost and return on investment. Next, capacity building and employee training are paramount. We conduct workshops to enhance organizational awareness and ensure everyone is on board with sustainable practices. Leveraging government incentives is crucial. By tapping into subsidies and grants, we can better support our sustainability initiatives. Finally, collaborating with sustainability consultants provides tailored solutions, ensuring a smooth execution of our green strategies. Now let's outline the roadmap to green productivity implementation. We begin with a baseline assessment to analyze current resource usage and environmental impact, pinpointing inefficiencies. The analytical hierarchy process is then applied to prioritize and evaluate green initiatives based on cost, return on investment, and environmental gains. Next, we implement pilot projects to test feasibility, effectiveness, and scalability. Finally, successful initiatives are scaled and integrated across the organization, embedding sustainability into core processes for lasting impact. Thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. And if you're ready to embark on your own environmental, social, and governance journey, feel free to reach out to us at the provided email address. We look forward to assisting you in implementing impactful and sustainable strategies.